Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be going through my personal top 10, well it's not my top 10, 10 of my favourite magic items in D&D. The Bag of Holding and its counterpart, the Bag of Devouring. At some point every adventuring party should have come across a Bag of Holding, even if they don't know it, which is sometimes the best part of DMs. Love it. Yes, the Bag of Holding. At some stage during a campaign, the party should at least have the opportunity to either purchase or find a Bag of Holding. A Bag of Holding is extremely useful, especially if they're starting to become over-encumbered. Even if you're not running over-encumbrance, if they're carrying around a lot of just stuff in general, a Bag of Holding generally takes care of that. And a Bag of Devouring can also be a cheeky way of maybe, well, not tricking the party, but making sure the party don't just pick up any random item, sort of thing. They got to make sure they investigate stuff, because you never know. They might find something that turns stuff into wood. They don't concentrate. They just go to grab it, and one of them gets turned into wood. Very specific, I know, but could happen. The next item on our list is the Bag of Tricks. The Bag of Tricks, you've got 3 different variants, and I've got it open here on the DMG as well. You've got the Grey Bag of Tricks, the Rust Bag of Tricks, and the Tan Bag of Tricks. Each of these have an assortment of small coloured fuzzy balls, and you get your player, whoever picks up this item, if you get them to roll a d8, poof, they've got a small animal companion for a time. Yep, once you've tossed one of these fuzzy little balls within 20 feet of you, the creature that it summons is completely friendly to you. It will stay until it reaches... the creature vanishes at the next dawn or when it reaches 0 hit points. So, there you go, you've got yourself a little summonable companion. Depending on what type of bag you get, it could be very good or very meh. You can get anything from a weasel to a giant hyena, sort of thing. Like, there's a lot of animals here to list off. I'm not going to do it in this video because time constraints. And the next on our list is the Dancing Sword. If you want one of your players to have a little bit more of an edge in combat, then give them the Dancing Sword. It can look like any type of sword you like, and if you're a nice DM, it might look like any kind of weapon you'd like. If they want a floating two-handed battle axe or something like that, you can have fun with this one. A scimitar, a spear, a trident. Literally, it could look like anything you wanted, but it's got to stay in that form. The Dancing Sword can't change its shape at will, sadly. That would be quite cool, not gonna lie. Dancing Sword, definitely one of the little bit more funner ones you can put on the list, because on a bonus you can summon it as a bonus action, and as a bonus action you can have it move and or attack. So it's definitely one of the cool funner items on the list. And what list would not be complete of fun items without the Deck of Many Things? If you don't know what the Deck of Many Things is, look it up, because I'm only going to give you a brief overview of it. You have a deck of cards. These different cards have magical effects. The player draws a card, like up to as many as they want, I believe. I don't think it says there's a limit. They can draw as many cards as they like, and each of those cards has a different magic effect. Sometimes very good, sometimes extremely bad. Me personally, I've drawn the Death card. Anyone who knows what the Deck of Many Things does, yeah, you know what I had to do, and you know the absolute mess I got up to. Yep, it wasn't fun. Well, it was fun, but for my character, probably very startling and very, oh my god, I'm going to die. But yes, thankfully I survived, and yes, if you're a DM and you want to have major messing with your party times, fun, whatever you want to call it, definitely try and give them the Deck of Many Things. It will definitely bring that little extra spice to the game. But beware, it can be a big old campaign ender, so be careful, I guess. That's the only advice I'm going to give you. Be careful, read through it first. Don't just throw it in willy-nilly like I almost did. That could have been a very, very bad time. And next on our list we have the Figurine of Wondrous Power. If your party is starting to do a lot more travelling amongst the world, give them a Figurine of Wondrous item, especially if it's something that can get about quick, has a good movement speed or a fly speed or anything like that. There's a bunch of different types you can go for in the DMG. You've got the Golden Lions, the Ivory Goats, the... oh, on earth do I pronounce this? Serpentine Owl, looks like Jade Stone, the Obsidian Steed, Marble Elephant, Onyx Dog or Ebony Fly. And these are all basically material versions of animals instead of organic. And yeah, small figurine, chuck it down or speak a command word. I think it's a command word. I forget. And it will summon a large... is it larger or a giant? I forget. Nah, it summons that creature. You want to ride on the back of a bronze griffin? Go for it. Yeah, I gave my party a bronze griffin and they haven't looked back. It's been one of the better modes of transportation, and they've even used it in battle, I believe, a couple of times. So yes, Figurine of Wondrous Power can definitely be a lot of fun, especially if you're up against flying enemies. Never neglect flying enemies, DMs. If you've got a group of ground-based party, flying enemies can definitely be a lot of fun. Especially when it forces them to be creative. So much more fun. Next up is the Hammer of Thunderbolts. Need I say more? You're basically Thor with this hammer. It can basically look like however you like. Me personally, I like to make it look slightly like Mjolnir, but with two dwarven faces on each end of each face of the hammer, just to give it that sort of like more D&D styling to it. But yeah, it's essentially Thor's hammer with a couple of drawbacks, but still very, 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 very fun. Especially if you want your players to feel like superheroes sometimes. It can definitely work wonders, not gonna lie. Next on our list is the Ring of Spell Storing. You can spell, I believe, any type of spell in this, any level. But one of the better things is, especially to create an air of mystery around this item, let them find a Ring of Spell Storing that already has a spell in it. Don't tell them what it is. If they want to check for it, make that check very high. Because if it's going to be something majorly overpowered for them, then it's going to be a lot more fun when they trigger it. Especially if it's like a 90-foot cone fire breath weapon or something like that. Something along those lines. Not actually a breath weapon, obviously. But you get what I mean. Put in there something interesting, or even a polymorph spell. It can be a lot of fun, because they say they go to punch someone, they accidentally activate the ring. They're going to punch someone and they're going to turn into, let's say if they roll for it, they're going to turn into something random. And it could be worse than what they were already fighting. So that the Ring of Spell Storing can definitely be used in a lot of creative ways to create a bit more intrigue. Obviously, after the stored spell within the ring, that's what I was trying to say, has been expended, you need to refill it. That is the only drawback with this one. But for the beginning, it is so much fun to just surprise the party with whatever is in this ring. It can create a very much interesting game. It can create a very interesting game. Good God, my English today. Next on our list is a little more of a interesting item, the Robe of Beautiful items. It has a variety of different patches on the... Sorry, I thought I could hear clicking. It has a variety of different patches sewn into it. Your character rips one off, chucks the patch down, and poof, you've got a ladder, or a door, or 100 gold, or pretty much anything. 4 healing potions. A 12-foot long rowboat. 2 mastiffs. I'm just reading off the list now. This is some of the weird stuff. Silver coffer. No idea what a coffer is, but apparently it's 1 foot long, 6 inches wide, and deep, worth 500 gold. No idea what a coffer is. I'll have to look that up later. Yeah, 10 gems worth 100 gold each. Yeah, the Robe of Useful items can open quite a few possibilities for the party. It's a very interesting item, especially if you want to be more of a improv type DM where the players can literally do whatever the hell they want, and then they are going to surprise you at every turn. You give them a turn, they're going to surprise you. It doesn't matter what type of turn it is. I hear it creaking in my house a lot. Next on the list is the Necklace of Fireball. Basically, you have a golden necklace with a set of red beads on them, rather. Someone rips off a bead and throws it. They've basically just cast the spell Fireball. Each one of these beads counts as a charge, and yes, I believe it is a third level Fireball. So the basic Fireball spell. And you can also rip off multiple beads at once and throw them, increasing the level by each bead. If you have a slightly underpowered party member, then this can definitely help boost their power level a bit. Or it can make a group of overpowered adventurers even more overpowered. Be warned, GMs, I did this. They were very fucking overpowered. And last but not least, again, no list would be complete without this one, the Immovable Rod. Immovable Rod is what I typically describe it as a foot-long iron rod with two horses coming out of each end. You click a button on one of the ends. No matter where you're holding the rod, it will fix in space. It cannot be moved. I think the only way is to do a Dispel Magic spell, I think. But I will have to look that up at some point. But yeah, the Immovable Rod, again, can be used for a lot of fun. It can be used to barricade a door. Oh. My entire computer just went a bit fuzzy then. Sorry. It can be used to bar a door, stop something from being able to bite down on you. If you're laying flat and you just suddenly go foot, click, something's not going to be able to bite you easily. You're able to shove this in an alligator's mouth or a crocodile's mouth, click the button. Great, they've got it, right, let's go. It can be used for a myriad of different things. I've even had a player take a nap on one whilst they were about 100 foot above a city. Yeah, that was an odd moment, not gonna lie. A very panicky, odd moment because of the situation surrounding that. I don't have time to go into it in this video, sadly, but yeah, that was quite the bizarre adventure, not gonna lie. And with that one, guys, I'm afraid that's the end of the list today. If you liked it, please make sure you leave a like, favourite, comment, and subscribe below. And I will, of course, catch you all in the next one. Also, if you guys have any other items that you really enjoy in your campaigns, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your adventures down below. Anyway, I will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace, bye, love you guys. Yeah, basically 4 with this thickened thing. Yeah, basically 4.